Good day, mate. In this video, we will talk about sequence in Adobe Premiere Pro. Let's get into it. So, what is sequence? Sequence is where you put all your clip and your object to your timeline. So, imagine this. Sequence is your timeline properties. Okay, so you have to choose the right frame rate and the right frame size for your timeline. Okay, if you have a multiple footage with multiple frame rate and frame size, you might want to choose one. Okay, so if you like 60 fps video, for example, you want to make sure your timeline is 60 fps. So for all you beginners out there, don't be scared, don't be confused also, okay? Because Adobe Premiere Pro will automatically make your sequence if you drag and drop your footage to your timeline area, okay? But the sequence setting will actually follow the first footage or first clip properties. So what you put there, they will make automatic sequence based on your footage. Okay, but I will demonstrate it how to make your sequence automatically and manually, and maybe make a preset of it. Okay, let's get into it. I have these two pictures. This is a 4K picture and HD picture. If I drag my 1080p to timeline area, so Adobe Premiere Pro will automatically make a 1080p or Full HD sequence in your timeline. So let's see the sequence setting. So by default, Adobe Premiere Pro will translate your image, because this too is image, not a video, 30 fps NTSC settings, okay, 2997. But what if I want to change my frame rate, my timeline frame rate? So I'm just click on this time base to 60 fps. That's it. That's easy. So this is a HD sequence, okay, 1080p sequence. What if I put my 4K footage in it? This will happen, okay? Because 4K footage in 1080p will look like this. What if I reverse it? Okay, I will delete my sequence and put a 4K image to my timeline area. So the Adobe Premiere Pro will make a 4K. Let's see the sequence settings. 4K. Okay, 4K timeline, 4K sequence with 30 fps. What if I take my footage, 1080p footage, in my 4K footage? This will happen to your timeline. Okay, this will happen to your footage, HD footage. So basically, 4K is, 4K. 4 times larger than your Full HD. So to fill the frame here, you might want to scale, okay? Upscale your footage, like here, okay? Right click and scale to frame size or set to frame size. Bada bing, bada boom. But if you upscale your footage, HD footage to 4K footage, your picture will be blurry. The algorithm in the Premiere Pro or other software will use the upscaling algorithm like lens cost or etc. to make your image like sharper, but not actually sharper, because this is not a native 4K footage. Don't do it. If you want a 4K, yeah, just use 4K. Use a 4K camera, for example. Okay. So I will demonstrate how to make a sequence manually. How to make a sequence manually? You can click right here, new item, and sequence. Okay. Or file, new sequence. That's easy, okay? In this Adobe Premiere Pro sequence preset, they have a various presets, like here you can always choose based on your camera or based on your format. So if I want to take this FEC HD 1080p, you can see right here, there is a various preset you can choose, okay? 24p, 25p, 30p, 50p, or 60p. If you live in the PAL countries, you might want to use the 50, because your camera takes 50 fps, not 60 fps. If you live in the NTSC countries or area, you might want to use the 60 fps. Okay, 60 and 30 for NTSC, for PAL 50 and 25. It's easier, it's rounder number in PAL actually. So if I want to make FEC HD 1080p with 60 fps, I can always choose the editing mode and click custom, and I will change my time base to 60 fps. Okay, if my footage is 60 fps, this will work fine. Okay, make sure your footage and your sequence is match. Okay, 60 for 60, 50 for 50. Because if the frame rate is different, the Premiere Pro will use the frame sampling algorithm or the interpolation algorithm for your image to fit your timeline. Don't do that, okay? You want to have a good video without flickering or artifacts. 60 FPS? Okay, there you go. 60 FPS timeline. So what if I have a bunch of camera with a different specs, okay? I have 4K camera, I have a full HD camera, I have so on and so on, okay? And I don't want to tinker with the sequence settings every time I edit my video. So how do I do it? Quickly, just use a preset. Just make a preset. So I will demonstrate how to make a preset in Adobe Premiere Pro. Basically, I will choose one preset for my base, okay? AVC HD 1080p. This smartphone uses 30 FPS, so I want to choose editing mode, custom, 30 FPS, because this will follow my frame rate in my phone. So you don't want to tinker with this, okay? Working space color Rec 709, because Rec 709 is the standard for broadcasting. Audio sample rate is 48,000, okay? And I will click Save Presets. I will rename my preset is like FHD, Full HD, 30 FPS smartphone for this example. And all your custom sequence preset will appear like here, okay? In the custom bin. Custom bin 24, 25, 30 and 30 FPS smartphone. I just made that. So there you go. Easy, right? You can make your sequence automatically by Adobe Premiere Pro or manually based on the footage that you're working right now. If you have any question, drop your comment below and see you in the next one.